Hi, I'm your host Oraldo for It's Tejano Time,
And I'm Nemo with Tejano USA.
and you're listening and watching Tejano Talk. Hey, Nima, how you doing?
All good. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. I did not Vegas, Tejano, Fanfare a couple weeks ago, and I got really lucky. You want to know how lucky I got?
I'm sure you're gonna tell me.
I got a hold of our guest, and I cornered her, and I said, "You got to be on our show. You got to be on your show." Didn't let her. No, I'm just joking, like that. But I did see her at the media gala, and she was nice enough to come on our show.
You're
Okay.
a stalker, dude. You're a
No,
stalker.
I don't stalk. Okay, I don't
Whatever.
stalk. You know what? We'll ask
We'll
her.
ask her.
Okay. All right. Next, we have as our guest Margarita. All right, here on Tejano Talk.
Hi, everyone.
My, Margarita Fender.
Yeah.
Well, are you married to the to the Fender
Okay. So
guy?
he's gonna ask the question. Go ahead.
My name is Margarita Fender. I am the niece of the legendary Freddie Fender. He was my dad's brother,
Wow.
and so obviously his that was his stage name, Fender. Huerta is our family name, and so what happened was that it was a coincidence. The man that I married several years ago changed his last name to Fender. So when I married him, I became an official Fender.
That's cool.
Hey, did he
Wow.
tell
Yeah.
you why he changed it to Fender? He's just a big fan.
Well, he is a big fan. He was a big fan, and it was just something. He explained it once that he told me that because we met when we were super young. I was 13 and he was like 14, going on
Oh
15,
wow.
and so we met back in junior high. So it was so long story short, my dad didn't allow me to have a boyfriend. So we had to wait several years until after high school. We were already in college. And then we ended up splitting ways again because of the music business. and so,
Okay.
so anyway, so I guess it was always in his heart. And so, plus he always liked to play guitar and he loved Fender guitars. And he met my uncle Freddie, and he was just a very positive guy. So he just really liked that, having that connection with the Fender. So that's
Awesome.
how it happened.
Who wouldn't? Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I
So,
thought you. Go ahead.
I was asking. So, you're not the same Margarita that was married to the Ron White guy, or who was that guy?
To
Who
who?
was that? Margarita. So, no,
Married
I
to
get
who?
Ron White, one of the comedians.
No.
No, 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 no. That was Margot Ramundo.
Margot. Okay,
Yeah.
I apologize. I'm
Oh yeah,
sorry.
I
Okay. No,
remember
I
no,
hope
her.
I
no,
hope
no.
Mr. Fender don't get jealous. It was
Hey,
just a question.
No.
you know, I let me tell you a little bit. We started this show about 2 years ago, and I had a 20-year hiatus. I was out of the Tejano music industry, and I lost a lot of my Tejano knowledge. But guess what? 3 years later, I know more than Nemo does about Tejano music.
That's
He
true.
owns Tejano USA. What do you
Oh,
call it?
okay.
Magazine?
It's a Hispanic publication. It's a
Okay.
Uh-huh.
publication.
And so
Yeah.
Come on.
he's been around. He's done it for umpteen years, right?
It's over 34 years.
Okay.
So
So I was struggling at the very first, don't know about first 15 or 20 episodes because I didn't know anybody like that other than people back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how is okay? We talked a little bit and that you're doing some music out of passion, right? When you feel
Yeah, so I started back in 97, released my first CD with a cassette, and back in the day that was all we had. So it was one of those things to where we would go into the studio and record 10 songs. My first CD was produced by Jimmy Gonzalez of Grupo
okay, well,
Mas. And so, I mean, those were I recorded it here in San Antonio at Gilbert Velasquez's studio. And so it was just an amazing experience. I was young, I was, at the time, Tejano music was a lifestyle. I mean, not that it isn't one now, but
oh
like
yeah,
for the younger crowd, the people in high school, that was just, the thing to do. You dress up with your Wranglers, your ropers for the girls, and or I forgot what the name of that other those other jeans were. It was just
Rockies,
something. It was
Rockies.
a life,
Rockies,
Rocky
yeah.
Mountains, yeah. And so it was just one of those things, and so it was really big at the time, and so. I would record whatever the producer would bring in. He would say, "Oh, here's this song, here's that song," and it was pretty much about everything. It was about heartache. It was about you cheated on me. It was about like
Oh, and love
whatever,
and family also.
love and and stuff like that. So desamor, really, it was mainly about that. And unfortunately, I don't know, a lot of, like, for example, a lot of the Selena songs are desamor. I don't know if
Oh
that's
yeah.
what people like, but at the time, it was just something. It was either the rhythm that I liked, or the lyrics, or just the melody, or just the fact that it was going to be a single and that type of thing. And so now I'm recording songs that actually mean something to me, something positive. And I want to record positive songs, as far as like love songs, or inspirational songs. There's a song that I recorded because I started in 97, toured for 12 years straight, every single
Wow.
weekend, 3 4 times a week. I mean, it was tough. It was one of those things to where I had a day job all the time. I had a trucking company, and I had other companies that I was involved in. And so I was kind of like, I felt kind of like I don't know, like I was one person during the week, but then on the weekends it was one of these like rhinestones and bling and just everything,
Big
totally
hair back in the
person.
90s.
Yeah, with big hair, yes.
Yeah.
Boots and just everything, and so, but now, yeah, now I'm recording songs that actually mean something to me.
Are you from
Okay.
San Antonio or DFW?
I'm from I was born in Harlingen, Texas,
The
grew up in
Valley.
Corpus Christi, and
Nice.
then lived in the Valley
SPIE.
since 99. So
Okay.
I'm from South Texas, I guess. And then I
Yeah.
just recently moved to San Antonio.
Okay. All right. That's
Okay.
that's uh that's a great Mexican lifestyle you had there.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
good. Nemo, I don't know if you knew this, but I had Margarita on my show back in the 90s.
And I was thinking that was her, but the one that I recall worked at American Airlines, so I'm thinking that's not the same
No,
Margarita that I.
that is Margot Ramundo you
So
keep on thinking
yeah,
about.
I
Yeah.
keep confusing it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Margot
Um,
Margot is a local here in DFW. But you know what? I'm going to show you. Okay, ask Margarita another question while I set this up, okay? Because I got to
okay.
produce the show. He doesn't know anything about production and stuff. And we're going to talk about production later.
Someday we'll get that involved. So were you kind of like saying, "Who's that creep over there staring at me?" when you saw him at FanFest?
No, so it was really cool because, like I said, I was on the road for 12 years straight. I was on the road with Jimmy Gonzalez,
I
and
think you have that. I'm sorry, Mike.
there's an echo, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's because I'm showing. Okay, you know
you open
what?
the next screen, and then you have to
Yes.
put on mute.
Okay. I told you the production. Since I have it out, why don't I just air it right now?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think you
Sure.
should.
All right. So this is back in, I think, 97. Okay. Here on It's Tejano Time. Okay. I hope you enjoy it.
I'm here with Margarita, who just recently signed with EMI. And how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm having fun here at the TTMA nominees dance, and it's been really fun.
All right, now we just saw you perform here for the nomination dance, and you sang your latest single out here. So could you tell us a little bit about it?
It's my first single. It's coming out of my self-titled album entitled Margarita, and it's due to come out February the 17th. So be looking out for it.
All right, and we understand you're going to have a video for it, and we're looking forward to having it. And
All right. There we go.
Very nice.
So wow, that was back in the day.
I
You
know.
can close that.
Unfortunately,
Close that window.
unfortunately. Oh,
Close the window.
thanks. I keep forgetting to do that. All
Yeah.
right.
So your CD, your cassette cover had that same outfit on. You had the same outfit. Was that the one? It was at Desperados, right?
Yeah, that
that
was
show.
at Desperados in Arlington.
And I remember
No,
you in that outfit.
the first, yeah, the first, oh yeah, I had that one, I had a red one, I had a black one,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
bodysuits, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, it was really
The
neat.
big hair was in.
The
Oh
big
yeah.
hair,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. Straighteners, I guess, weren't invented at the time or something because I had that Freddie Fender fro going on.
Oh, yeah. I didn't want to
You've been
say
the
that.
family. You've been the family. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, I was
Yeah,
asking you
it was
about the time he saw you at Fanfare. Did you say who's that creep?
Oh,
No,
no,
so
I'm not.
he's not a creep. So yeah, no, it was really neat because I had been away for so long, and I just recently started coming back, recording songs, that uh, songs that mean something to me. So then I started. Well, I also started the TV show, which we'll get into that later. But it was so cool because I walked in there. Actually, the night before we went to an event, and there was a lot of industry people out in the area. And they were like, "Oh, are you Margarita from the 90s?"
Wow.
And it was from Michigan and somewhere from Milwaukee. And because I was all over the place at the time. And so it was really neat when I walked into the radio gala. I mean, I saw people from back in the 90s, and it was really cool because I had been away for so long, and there's so many new artists out there, so many new radio, internet radio, and just all the different kind of industry people. And so seeing familiar faces from back in the day really felt warm, and it was, something nostalgic.
Yeah. I really was surprised seeing you there. I said, oh, my God, is that Margarita? And you know what? You look the same from back in the 90s. I said, God, it was very easy to recognize you.
Really? Oh, wow.
And I'm so glad that you decided that you agreed to come on our show. And I
Yes,
was
of course.
talking to her, Nemo. I was talking to her earlier, and like I do research. I found out she has a TV show. And where is your TV show air? It's called the Margarita Show. Margarita Fender Show. Yeah.
It comes out every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. on channel 5.2 in the Valley.
Okay.
Then once it airs, then I upload it to YouTube so that everybody can see. And
So
it's
channel.
basically the show. The show is about featuring mujeres de la onda tejana y mucho más, but mainly women of Tejano. And I still have to interview so many other people. At that radio gala, I did have the chance to interview like Shelly Lares, people from San Antonio, because I had been focusing a lot on the Valley girls. And so the way that show came about was because I don't know if y'all remember, maybe 5 years ago, we had a project called Tejanas Unidas en Cristo. And it was 25 female artists that got together, and we went into the studio, and then we recorded a song. It was a Christian song, and then we recorded the video. And so it actually got noticed, or I guess acknowledged by the state representatives. I mean, it was a really cool
Oh, yeah,
thing.
I remember
And they're
that.
actually doing a documentary out of it, and it was really cool to get 25 women of La Onda. There's so many of us out there, and so that kind of was how this show was born. The producer, Mr. Lupe Sainz, he has his own TV show down there. It's called Acordeones de Tejas or something like that. I'm sorry, I messed
Okay.
up his show, but so anyway, mine comes out right after his, and he says, you know what? Well, he said, you know what? I have this TV show. I have another slot. Let's do a TV show and let's feature women of Tejano. And when he was watching that video with all the Tejano girls, he said, let's do a spin off of that. And so that's how it started. That's how it was born.
Yeah. Did you
Yes.
say I think that was Geneva's idea about that?
Geneva's idea.
Yeah. And have you? I know she does Christian Tejano, and is that something that you're interested in doing? Because I think there's a lot of Tejano artists that are kind of leaning like that.
Yeah, you know, I went to Tejano Mundial Awards this year, and I noticed that there was a gospel category, and that was pretty neat. I mean, obviously, if songs do come up, or if I write a song, or if I hear a song, or something like that, like I said, I like to record inspirational songs. There's this one song that I recorded called Quebrando Cadenas, and it's a song written by Lucas Sainz Jr. And it's on YouTube. You could see it. It's called, well, you know, Quebrando Cadenas, and it's about breaking the chains. So it could be
Okay.
secular, it could be Christian. You know, it's kind of like a writing on the fence. You know, and so
Yeah.
it was just something that one of the songs that's kind of like that.
Okay. Are you planning to do more, or is it as you feel
Yeah, like
up to it?
I've been recording. I go into the studio, I hear something, and it's like, you know what? Let's get together. There was another song actually called No sé por qué, and that was produced by one of my friends there in the valley, Jerry Yanez, and he put the, you know, produced the music, and he's like, "Hey Margie, check out this song, see what you think." And it was an awesome message on it. It's also on YouTube, which you can check it out, and I think it's on Spotify or you know, all the other platforms. And so it was one of those also. That one was more Christian sounding, and then, you know, so that was one of the previous songs that I recorded. And then Piquito de Oro is the one that I recorded because it, you know, I'm in love, and it reminds me of, you know, it's you know, for a fun, happy go lucky song.
Pete Asudio? Piquito de Oro?
Huh?
Did Pete Asudio record that one?
No, that was the one that was it's been recorded before by like Ramon Ayala.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little
So
rancherita,
classic. Okay. Yeah.
polquita, yeah.
So Channel 5.2, is that internet or is that an actual broadcast
Yeah,
station?
I think you have to have well, it's Channel 5.2, Somos el Valle. It's
Is it
on
on cable?
el- it's on cable, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So part of the cable package. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who's the most boring female you interviewed?
Actually, nobody. Everybody has a
Oh,
very cool story. I love being behind the scenes now because, you know, usually as an artist, I'm the one that's always answering questions. And so now I get to probe at them. I get to ask them all kinds of things, obviously, what they're up to. And just with social media, it's just so different now compared to back in the day when we would have to, if we wanted to do any type of promotion, we'd actually have to drive to the radio
Oh
stations
yeah.
or
oh
drive
yeah.
to the, you
Little
know,
tour,
Univision or
little radio
wherever,
tour. Yeah.
a radio tour. And so, and that was pretty neat because back then, you know, we would either drive or we would fly a plane and release a song and just go hit different cities or towns in one day. And so now it's magical. You just hit record and, you know, here we are broadcasting to whoever is watching.
Yeah.
And you were with
Listen.
Capital, and they spent
Oh
money,
yeah.
right?
No, she
Yeah.
was. Yeah. Okay. EMI Capital. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
badass.
Yes,
how
I was fortunate.
how did that come around? That you got a contract with EMI?
So back when I was in high school, I was a singer and a violin player in the local high school mariachi, Miller Buck, the Miller Mariachi. And so, well, actually, I first auditioned as a singer, and then I felt kind of dumb just standing around doing nothing. So I learned how to play the violin, and I learned just enough to play the songs. I mean, I wasn't a, you know. I learned enough to
Yeah.
get by, and so I you know, figured out how to do that, and then I was in a scholarship pageant, and one of my she ended up becoming a very very good friend of mine. She was working with somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody with Grupo Más. And so we just ended up making she says, you know what, why don't you make a cassette? Back then it was a cassette. And at the mall, they used to have recording studios. And so I
Oh
I
yeah.
recorded a
remember those.
cassette. Yeah, I recorded a cassette, and then she ended up giving it to Jimmy Gonzalez, and he got a hold of it. And so, you know, the rest was history. He's like, you know what, let's record a CD, and then that's kind of how everything kind of just evolved into me getting thrown into the mix of the Tejano scene back then with EMI Latin.
Very
Oh,
nice.
cool. There was another art. Did you tour? You said you toured with Moss?
I toured with Jimmy, in
Uh,
2012.
okay, with Jimmy. Okay, because we had Rebecca Valdez a couple years ago on here, and she She was like a backup singer for Estúpido Romántico. I remember that song. And
Well, when I first started, I in '96, I think, even before I released my first CD, I had a band, and I had a band put together by, you know, I believe it was Jimmy because he knew everybody. So
okay.
Frankie Caballero was my accordion player.
Very
Who
nice.
else? Like all of these people that I didn't even know at the time were like these monsters, like Brando Mireles. You know, he was a keyboard player. Cruz
Nice.
Martinez was also one of my keyboard players. Who else was it? David Bitureida was on the drums. You know, he's played with Bobby and with all, you know, different artists for many years. And so, so then that's, you know, that was the band that I started with. And then, of course, I made my own band and, you know.
Yeah, I think the last time I saw you before this the gala at Fanfare was at Vegas Tejano. I think it was in 22 or 23.
20, I don't know if it was 22 or
2020.
20, maybe
I
20,
can't. Yeah, these years all
22.
blend.
It was
I think it might have
22.
been
It was
22.
22. Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw that you had I hadn't seen you perform in uh, before. I mean, other than I saw you back in the '90s when I showed you that clip, and I got out of the Tejano industry for a while, and then when I saw you there, you had a couple. Okay, for everybody out there, I do have footage of her from back then, but my audio sucks and my camera was shaking and all that, and I don't want to show that because it,
I have,
it just
if you go to my YouTube, I think it's on my YouTube. I had somebody, well, I think
okay.
two different views. I think on the for that Vegas show,
I can look
and
for it.
maybe the audio was not good because it was off of a phone or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really neat because we did play about 5 songs. Grupo Mesteño was backing me up, I think, or maybe it was just a group of guys that I had performed with in the past, and you know, put them together, and you know, we were already there in Vegas, and so we did have a good time there. We performed 5 songs. I did a Freddie Fender song. Obviously, everybody knew that one, so that one was really cool. I
Yeah,
had
I
my
do
2
remember that one
records.
because I rewatched
Yeah,
it and I was like, gosh, I wish this audio and this footage was way better,
Oh,
but it's all my fault. And the
yeah. So
audio
that was
is,
really neat. Yeah.
yeah. Hey, I'm just looking at your YouTube. Do you have a son?
I have 2. I have a
Okay,
22 and a 17-year-old.
because I see a lot of football footage. All right,
Oh
there, so
yeah.
all right. So how are they doing? Are they? You said
They're doing
17-year-old.
great.
Okay,
I have a 22 and a 17. So when I was on the
okay,
road, I had to. I think it was 2023. He was born, and I was still touring very much, and so I had a bus, and in the back of my bedroom, we made a crib for him, and so I would tour with my mom, and at the time we were everywhere, Florida, California, Nebraska, Washington. I mean, we would go everywhere with that bus. And
yeah,
you know, I had a little crib for him until he was about 4. He started going to school, and then I, you know, kind of had to adjust so that I wouldn't have to take him on the road
that's
for long
yeah.
crazy.
because he had school. Yeah,
Well,
the
I
things that we
remember.
have to do.
Oh yeah, I remember Stephanie had to do the same thing with Ilea,
Yeah.
but she had a little purple bus, and it was like they gutted it for her, and it was like a makeshift couch on there and
He loves to drop
and bunk
names,
bed.
by the way.
Okay,
He just drop names. Oh,
thank you.
Stephanie. Remember
She's
Stephanie did this?
amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
Yes.
see, I have a lot of history in the talent industry back in the day,
yeah.
but what I was gonna say. So, what are some of the? I didn't know back in the day that Tano was outside of Texas until I did a lot more research and okay, I'm gonna name drop one more time.
Here
Okay,
we go.
just like that. It was when I interviewed little Joe, and he said he just came back from Japan, and I said, "There's Tano in Japan," and he goes, "There's Rasa everywhere," and he was right. And then later on, I found out
Wow.
that, you know, in Michigan and all those northern states and California and Florida. So you said you did a lot of travels. Did you do any traveling beforehand,
Yeah.
or is this
But
what
La Sombra was from Chicago. Did you ever
Okay,
put 2 and 2 together?
no.
I
Okay.
I did
performed in
Patricia.
Chicago. Yeah, so I was, when we were performing all over the United States, I started, because you have to promote on
Oh yeah.
TV. And so I had the opportunity and the privilege to come out on the Sábado Gigante show,
Okay.
Despierta America, all of the Univision and Telemundo TV shows, international shows. So we were getting gigs for, all over, obviously Florida. There's a lot of Tejanos in Florida,
Yeah.
Immokalee, there's, Homestead, and everywhere in between, Naples, Plant City. And then they had called us to play in Washington. One of my songs called Te Fuiste a Acapulco was on Billboard. So that was like at the height of where we were just going everywhere and touring and promoting and stuff like that. And they called us from Washington State. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is like really far away. Like, what can be over here, right? Well, sure enough, there was like it was an outdoor festival. There was like 15,000 people there, and there was people from Texas, and or people that loved Tejano music, and so I mean it was just, yeah. There's different pockets everywhere. Atlanta, there was Chicago, California. Oh yeah, like Bakersfield, those areas, So that was really neat to actually go out and explore the U.S. and find our people that love our music there.
Yeah.
And did you get
I
gigs in Mexico too because you're Univision?
Yes, and so I started. So okay, so I don't know if you remember back in, I don't know if it was 2005, but there was the immigration thing. I forgot. I think, I don't know who the president was at the time, but they were deporting all kinds of people, and so we would go and perform. And this was in Florida, and I was one of the opening acts with Grupo Intocable, right? There was these
Oh wow.
amazing festivals. Well, so there was this one place where it was just us and Intocable. Nobody showed up because at the time what they would do is that the promoters would say, hey, there's going to be a lot of Mexicans here, and they would park buses and they would close the doors and they would check everybody's papers or whatever.
Wow.
And so
Migra.
they would go to La Migra. They would go to Walmart and they would scare people. So people didn't want to go. Kind of the same thing that's happening now, So it's something that's always happened, and it obviously affects different industries like our music industry, because of our people are they're just we're everywhere. And so then I said, you know what? Fine. If we can't figure it out here, I was living in the valley, and I said, you know what? We're only 3 hours away from Monterrey. So what we started. I hired a PR person. We went to all of the northern part, even San Luis Potosi. We went all the way, radio station after radio station, multimedios. We did TV. We did a lot of. We did a press conference and stuff, and in Monterrey performed with Grupo Duelo. Had like thousands of people, because in Monterrey, Tejano music is really big over there.
Yeah.
They really love our artists, and so that was a really cool experience. Obviously, because of the way that there was a lot of violence over there. That it started getting bad. I thought, oh my God, now what? Because
Wow.
there were shootings, and there was just stuff that just didn't make it safe. And so I decided to just kind of pull away from that, and that's kind of how I started pulling away from Mexico.
Ah, that's crazy. We never heard about Monterrey being bad. It was always
Yeah.
like the Sinaloa, all the little border towns.
Hmm.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
good to know. I think Bush was president back in 2005. I don't remember him
I don't remember.
being a
Oh,
big bass
I thought you were
reporter.
I thought you were talking about who the president of Mexico was at that time
No, 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 no,
in the
no.
U.S.
You know what? I think it may have been after 2005.
Okay.
Maybe 2000. Oh, hold on, let me see. 2008 or 9, maybe.
Could have been Bush.
Yeah.
I think.
Or maybe Obama. When was Obama in office? Well, anyway, it was
Yeah.
just something that's happening now, and they're like, oh my God, but it happened back then, and it happened, before in previous,
Yeah,
presidents. So
it did.
it's
It
just
did.
something
It
that
used to happen a
always
lot.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
She's a little bit more a-holes now. But
okay.
yeah, it did happen all the time.
Now, yeah, okay. We talked earlier, and you do real estate. You're a realtor. right? And from San
In
Antonio
Yes.
San Antonio?
Yes,
and
so I'm
RGV area.
licensed in the entire, and I am licensed in the entire state of Texas. So if
Yeah,
anybody, but obviously I want to work near where I live, right? So if
yeah.
anybody needs to move to San Antonio or the Valley or Corpus or anywhere in between, I'm your girl.
All right.
Send
And
a shirt
how
all
would
over
they
the
get a
valley.
hold of you if they want you to be their realtor? Would they
Just margie.com, margiee.com.
Okay.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And
You
we
got a
also
URL that easy.
let's see, and we also I have a banner that I show, and your website is for margaritafender.com for your music, right?
That's the band,
Okay, for your band, and so
the band site.
I'm sure they can get a hold of you that way too. They probably have a contact.
Yes, they can.
Okay. Okay, and I think I told you I'm fixing to sell my house this summer, but you're not going to travel
Yes.
to DFW. I got.
I would for you. I
Why?
would
Why?
for
Ah,
you.
Why
oh,
not?
really? Why not?
It'll be an easy sell too.
Well, actually, I'm gonna have. I'm considering buying a house also. I was gonna
Well,
sell
you
the
know what?
house.
Right now is a buyer's market. So if you're gonna buy now because prices are
Yeah, but
not. They're
the interest rate went up. It's over six
so if
point.
you go to Zillow and you click on keywords and you look for assumable loans, you can qualify for loans
Oh,
that got the rates of like the 3.0s or the 2.0s or 2.3s or the three, fours,
yeah.
so that's a trick that not everybody's tapping into
That's
because
cool.
I didn't think
I had a
about that.
client that yeah, I had a client that moved to San Antonio about a year ago, last October, and we started talking and stuff. All of a sudden, because she was selling her house, so I helped her sell and I helped her buy. She
Right.
got a house in San Antonio, 2.5% or 2.8%, and it was assumable. It was a
It
VA
went
loan. So
down
yeah,
that
that's
low.
exciting.
No, it didn't go
I
down.
didn't
It's
know
Yes,
just
because
it's
that's
just the
that.
what it
person selling
was.
the house had that rate, so she was able
Right.
to take it over. That is cool.
You're
I'm
right.
gonna have to
Yeah.
check with that with
So
my
that's
realtor.
exciting.
Yeah,
Yes, definitely.
because yeah, I wish I had sold my. I was gonna sell my house like 3 years ago, and I could have gotten it at the top of the market. But
Yeah.
I'll be
It
lucky.
changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you how much my house is worth because Nemo will just get on. You just bragging.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's being easy sell.
But this guy has a multi-million-dollar house
Oh my
Nice.
goodness!
on the
Wow.
lake.
Oh, oh,
You
So
know
don't
what?
get.
Houses in the valley, if you go to Zillow, houses in the valley, they look like they're $1 million and they're
Oh
not.
yeah.
oh yeah.
There's
Oh
a
yeah.
lot of custom homes. I went into San Antonio in my price range and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I
So
know.
they're like totally very different. And I can only imagine what it's like in Dallas.
Ramon Ayala's house looks like it's a multi-million-dollar mansion, and it's in the hood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It's cool. I mean, because they have all the hookups. Not reality, right? They have all the.
Well, I mean, he had been there for years and years, and I guess the city kind of just grew around where he was at, and he just never moved, and so that was a smart move for him to not
yeah.
move.
Do you remember the TV show Dallas with J.R. Ewing?
Yes.
He's my neighbor.
Really?
Yeah. Well, South Fork Ranch is up the street from me.
Cool.
So,
Okay.
like,
He's
Wow,
a
that's
He's a North Fork or South Fork.
South Fork Ranch.
You're the North Fork Ranch of South Fork. Never
No,
mind.
he's
All right.
north of me, so I'm south.
Okay.
Well, whatever, like that. But so we were talking about the RG. Well, we were talking about the immigration and stuff. How is ICE in the RGV area? They, because
Um,
here I have a friend that he's carrying his passport all the time because he's getting stopped, and he's got a lot
Does
of
he look
issues.
real Mexican or what?
Yeah, he does. Looks more Mexican than me. I said, I don't worry about
that'll
that.
do it. That'll do
That's
it.
horrible. That's horrible.
I mean,
Anybody
it
can't do
really
that.
because I'm in the real estate industry, it
Right.
really is affecting builders.
Yeah.
They have their ways of trying to, I guess, deter or to keep away or somehow just to so because they have a goal which is to build homes, and
Right.
I guess the majority of them don't have papers. I don't know. I mean, they make it so hard. I mean, I know there's a system, but they make it so hard
Yeah.
to go through that process that I mean, honestly, it's not fair, and it's not something that I mean, obviously, I can't go to Europe and say, "Hey, I'm here," without papers, right? Which I
Right.
get, But if they have a program where, okay, go through this program, I don't know, take a year or two, whatever, not
Well,
15.
yeah, some of them got
That's
arrested though for doing
ridiculous.
that program, and that's
Oh
what's
yeah.
that's what's horrible
I
about
know
this whole
that's
situation.
crazy because they were in the program, they were doing what they were supposed to, and they still got in trouble. So I don't think that's fair. There's got to be some kind of a compromise.
I
All
agree.
right. We have a lot of chats, so let's hit the chat.
So
Let's see.
TDK 100 says, send a shout out. Hi, how
Oh
are you?
yeah.
Thank you so
Okay.
much
I tried to go in
for.
order. I know you're reading like that.
Well,
And,
that's all I see. So hold on,
oh yeah.
let me
Okay. Well,
scroll.
I just put up one from
Okay,
Luis.
there it is.
Okay,
He
Luis.
says,
Thank you,
"Viva,
Luis. Glad to be back,
glad you're
man.
back." Oh, that's right. You weren't here the other for the last show. And oh, how's your mom doing?
My mom's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, my friend Oraldo? Luis is a regular on the show. Uh, Hi, the beautiful Margarita Fender. What's up? From Luis. And TDK says, OMG, Margarita, I'm gonna faint. Yeah. You know what? I was a little starstruck when I saw you at the media guys. Oh my God.
Oh.
I always wanted to have a music video, and I search and search and search for that. But let's see. TDK says, hello, Rick. Okay. The voice of reason, Nemo. TDK calls me
Well,
Ricky
uh,
because
because he looks like
all right.
Ricky Martin.
Back in the day, okay, I don't look like Ricky Martin now, but back in the day, people used to say I look like Ricky Martin. Okay.
Just let
I
it
know
go.
Margarita
Let it
can
go.
see it. She
Let
can
it
see
go.
it, right?
Let it
I
go.
can see it. I totally
Okay.
see it.
Yeah.
If I
Well-
go like this.
Yeah, you squint like that. But I'm talking about back in I think it was in the 90s.
Not important. Not important.
Okay. All right. So he calls me Ricky. Okay. Hey, Albert, how's it going? I hadn't seen you in a while. I said, hey, the beautiful Margarita Fender, greetings from San Antonio, Texas.
Read those emojis. Read those emojis. What else did you do?
What does it say? It says,
Hello,
hi,
wave.
wave, cheese, I guess heart, rose, heart,
Not eyes.
clappy, heart, something like that. I don't know how to read this. There's a lot.
Nice. I know.
You got a fan there. You got a crush. Let's see. TDK, I had the pleasure of meeting you and taking pictures of Margarita at the. Oh yeah, TDK was a fan at the media gala. TDK,
cool.
you're welcome because I invited him. And I said, hey, dude, with media gala, and I gave him the address. So you owe me, TDK. Okay. I've been trying to get him on my show. Have you heard of TDK before?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, I don't know if that the name. Maybe it was just his.
I don't
real
know his real name.
Maybe not the
He
handle.
won't tell
Okay.
me his real name, but
Oh, really? Okay.
it
Top
stands
secret.
for the Tejano Dance King. He's been
Tall
on
dark night. Tall dark night. Yes, all kinds
yeah,
of.
the Dark Knight is when he
Yeah.
first. I asked him what did TDK stand, the Dark Knight, but it's a
I think there was like some DVDs or something, right? Or CDs at the CD burner or whatever. TDK is so real.
Oh,
Remember that?
yeah. It's a brand new.
yeah, but he's been in some music videos of Tejano artists and he dances.
He's infamous for dancing
Yeah.
with
Oh,
artists.
cool. Okay.
He's not that bad. You know. All right, let's see. Hey,
Hello, Mexican.
Alfredo. That's it. I'm sorry to hear about your brother, Alfredo. I hope I wish you and your family well. I missed you at Fanfare.
Our condolences.
I didn't get to see him, but I heard that his brother passed away.
Wow.
TDK, saludos. Okay, they like to say hi to each other every once in a while. All right, let's see. I wonder if Margarita can tell me what year it was when she was at the Tejano, Texas. She was wearing a blue outfit. It may have been at after party at the Tejano Music Awards.
Sound
I was
was a
trying
club.
to. Yeah, it was a club. I was trying to figure out where it was, but I guess they tear down buildings. I don't know if maybe he knows where it was because I used to perform there at Tejano, Texas all the time, and we always had a great turnout. But I was trying to go back and visiting these old venues, and I couldn't
Yeah.
find it. So I don't know exactly where it is. Maybe he can put the address so I can do a nostalgic
Check
trip
that.
down
Was
that
it the old
memory lane.
Tejano Rodeo?
No, it was just Tejano, Texas. I don't know where it was. Somewhere off at 410.
I mean, I'm just saying,
But
what
I
was
don't.
it, the old Tejano Rodeo?
In San Antonio. There were like three
No, it was
tunnel
Tejano,
rodeos in
Texas.
Dallas.
No,
Yeah.
it was Tejano,
It
Texas.
was at the same
It was
time that
called
Tejano
Tejano.
Rodeo? Okay.
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 Yeah.
Was it near the airport?
No, it was
No.
off of north of 410. 410 on the north side, I
Okay.
guess, somewhere up here.
Now, in that clip that I
Somewhere.
showed you,
Right
that
there.
clip, were you wearing a black outfit or was it blue?
It, it may have been black. I don't know.
Or it might have been
It was
blue.
dark.
I don't know. It
It was
was dark.
dark.
Is it? Yeah, it was
It
dark.
was dark.
Okay. Let's see. What I missed her at the gala now really kicked me. You weren't there? I mean, you didn't see her at the gala? Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. So Ricky, you can have the audio and video fixed with AI. Oh, he's talking about the footage of that I took of you
Vegas.
at Vegas, Tejano. Yeah, that's something Lawrence is going to have to do. Okay. Let's see. Can I get a shout out for
Oh,
Margarita?
he said Tejano, Texas was on Grissom Road. Okay, I'll have to look it up.
Okay. You're going to have to give him a shout out because he'll probably copy it and put it on his Facebook and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Hi to TDK 100.
All right. There you go, TDK. Okay, Ricky, that was a great little Joe impersonate. Okay, thanks. They just wrecked me on this on the chat. And George Bush was the president. Okay, we got that. Wow, TDK, you just lighting up their chat. It said thank you for the shout out. Okay, he looks like Ricky Ricardo. Thank you. All right, Ricky. You know what? I'm gonna read these all by myself. Listen. Okay, I'm done reading from you, TDK. Like that. All right. So, hey, you said you went to college. What college did you go to?
I attended the University of. So I was one of the first freshmen at. It used to be there in Corpus, the A&M Corpus Christi, before it was CCSU or something. But then they ended up. So I was one of the first freshmen there. But then that was around the time when I received when I was offered a recording contract. So, but I did attend there, and I also took some classes at Del Mar in Corpus Christi.
Del Mar, that was a popular one. My daughter
Yeah.
graduated from A&M Corpus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But
I'm an
she
Aggie.
graduated. She graduated during the time of COVID, so
Uh-huh.
we didn't get to see her walk till 2021.
Mhm.
We went over there.
Oh,
It
wow.
was cool. But yeah, and
Yeah,
then Del
those
Mar.
are some hard times.
I remember Del Mar being the big college there in Corpus. Del Mar. Everybody was from Del Mar. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. I think my niece wanted to be like a marine biologist, and she was thinking about going to A&M Corpus.
A&M Corpus Christi, yeah.
Yeah.
I was studying to be, well, I was taking my basics, but my major was nursing, pre-nursing.
Yeah,
And
just-
so that was, there's a big, obviously I'm sure by now there's just all kinds of different programs, but at the time we were the guinea pigs.
I did good because it's still going.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did good.
Okay. Hey, TDK, I'm not going to read any of your comments unless you say something nice about me. All right. You can say-
So
I'm reading some of the
TDK was Tejano, Texas, the same as Tejano Rodeo? That's my question.
No.
Or what
No.
club was it before or after? Because it was something
was
else
what?
as well.
They,
What club was
clubs
it?
get renamed all the time.
Yeah.
Like what New West was wait, what's the one in Dallas?
New West was Tejano West.
Far West.
Not West.
Far West
Oh.
New West was Far West.
I think
No, Far West was at Tejano Rodeo.
was
No,
it?
I mean in Dallas.
Yeah, in Dallas.
Dallas.
Tejano
We
Rodeo
had
was
like
Far
3
West.
Tejano rodeos back in the day.
Well,
in
there was-
Dallas.
Yeah. Hmm.
I
Then
think
they
we
had
did.
Tejano West and went to New West.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were with EMI back in the day, and then now if you have new music, are you an independent or are you going with the?
So yeah, like everything is different, of course,
Right.
with social media, with the fact that record labels, I guess, the way I've been recording was independent people like Lupus Science Jr. records his own stuff. I've been recording with Powerhouse Records from Highway 281, Chris Rodriguez. He's the one that's been producing my songs, and so he's the one who helps me, upload and do whatever I have to do to
On
get it out to the
Spotify and
people.
all that.
And
Okay.
yeah, so it's a little bit different from the way it was before, definitely. But it is what it is. You just have to roll with the punches and figure it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take advantage. You should take advantage of the social media. Do you have
Uh,
Yeah.
TikToks and Instagram and all that to push yourself? I know you have a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Yes, two
YouTube channel.
YouTube
Yeah, I
channels.
haven't really. Yeah, one of them is the real estate one with my personal stuff, and because you have to kind of mix it up. Like when you're working with somebody, with a client or whatever, or even nowadays when you're an artist, they want to know your personal life. Back then it was one of those. What is it called? You just give them what you just share what you want to share, and now it's a little bit different. Now they want like the behind the stage type of, who Margie is, or who the artist is,
Right.
who her friends are, what do you do, what do you eat, it's just totally different now. So yeah, so I kind of mix it up, but mainly the real estate, and then of course I do have the for the Margarita Fender show. I have the channel.
Yeah. You know what, Nemo? I'm gonna set the up just like the beginning of the Margarita show, so everybody can take a look at it. Okay, but so Nemo, ask her a question so I can set it up. A short question, because this feedback is gonna hurt me.
Yeah, yeah. Why? Yeah, if you open that window, it'll just be echo.
Yeah.
So we'll just hurry up and wait.
Oh, you
Uh,
can hurry up and wait.
You're gonna
You're gonna
say
depend.
TGK saying, "I'm still thinking of something nice to say about Buddy."
I know.
That's a tough one. Okay.
So
Yeah.
where is TDK from San Antonio or from Dallas?
Yes. San Antonio.
From Okay, cool.
He's all over.
Well, he's mostly in San Antonio. That's where I see him. Okay, I'm just going to show you the introduction of the Margarita Fender show, and you can find it on YouTube. It's also, well, we'll talk about it again after this because the feedback. All right. Okay, I hope you enjoy it here on Tejano Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Margarita Fender Show, the program that features las mujeres de la onda tejana. Con ustedes, Margarita Fender.
Hola amigos, I'm Margarita Fender and welcome to the Margarita Fender Show, where we feature mujeres de la onda tejana y mucho más. Today we will be featuring Sarah La Morena, Destiny Navaira, Magali, and Bianca Ruiz. So don't touch that remote because the show has begun. Our first feature is a singer who was adopted by a Mexican family and raised on a Mexican rancho in Zacatecas, and credits her upbringing and her parents for her love of music. And she loves her horses and she helps her dad milk her cows. And she is Sarah La Morena with the song Mugroso Mantenido.
All right.
Wow.
That's nice. You have some nice
There's
production there.
Different Morena. Hey, close the window.
Okay. Whoops. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Yeah, she's
Okay.
definitely Morena. Very nice.
Yeah. You know what? That is the second black female Tejano artist that does she consider herself Tejano music?
I'm not exactly sure because she does
Or
different
she's
types. She
dabbling
does
in
like
it.
rancheras and yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember we were talking earlier that I think the first one was back in the 90s, and her name was Ruth.
Mm-hmm.
Nemo, do you remember Ruth? I can't remember.
She was
the
dark.
name.
She was a dark Mexican or what?
No, she was black. She was with BMI. So that means like I told I was talking. Okay, name dropping. We were talking to D when he was on the show, and they made fun of me because it was Marcus Daniels and D. You were on the Three Amigos show, weren't you?
No, I wasn't on the show. It was
Not
an auction.
you. I was talking to Margarita. Weren't you
Are
on
you?
the Three Amigos show?
Yes, I was.
Yes, and so
Did you like that show?
Of course.
You think it's better than our show?
Although D wasn't there, he was supposed to be there, but I guess something happened and, he wasn't there. But I was looking forward to chatting with him because, back when we were all doing our thing, he was one of him and Delia and all them were one of the,
Culturas, yeah. I remember.
Grupo Culturas.
Yeah, we that D always.
So you got the boring people to talk to you.
Oh, Juan and
No.
Marcus.
Juan and Marcus. Did you have to make stuff up?
No.
Okay, all right. You're gonna say nothing.
I like
okay.
their show. I always say I do a shout out from DFW on their show every week. I try to support other podcasters. And weren't you on Rock and Roll James's show also?
Yes,
How was that? Did you? Because I
You know-
know. Go ahead.
No, what were you gonna say? And then I'll
'Cause
elaborate.
you had to go to his studio, right?
Yes.
Like that, and Bumper also does. You haven't? Have you done Bumper show?
I
Bumper's
did.
Wacky Wednesday?
He would. Yes, he was. He went to the Valley, and there were several bands there, and so he invited me to sing a
yeah.
song or two. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you haven't been to his house studio. Bumper.
No, not yet.
Okay.
We're
So how
pending. We're
how was
pending.
Rock and Roll James's interview and studio, and how did you? When did you go? When were you on it? I forgot.
Sometime last year, towards the end of the year. I don't remember. It was kind of cold, I remember, but which is rare in the Valley. So I don't remember exactly when it was. It may have been like around October, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, it was really neat. So I had been, if you Google Tejano, oh my God, what is it called? Puro Tejano, the TV show. So
Yeah.
I met Rock back in the like 17 years ago. We were on a TV show on Univision called the Marcos Valdez Show, and so that's how I
Oh,
met
wow.
him. That yeah, they're doing Puro Tejano, and I believe he was also a part of that. Mando San Roman, and so all of us that were on the Marcos Valdez show were also doing other things. And so when we ended up, he ended up inviting me to his show. It was really neat because I hadn't seen him in a long while, and of course he's been doing all kinds of things, and his podcast was born during COVID as well, and because there's a lot of musicians that were affected by the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
shutting down of the whole everything, so. So that was something that was pretty neat. He was making, and I'm sure there was a lot of podcasts that were born that way as well, where you have to you're an artist and you have to you want to keep that connection with your fans, and so it was just a different form of connecting with the audience, and so it was really neat. He invited me there, and he's just crazy. Him and my husband get along really well. They're both funny guys, and they can just
Oh, they're both
chit-chat about
musicians.
all kinds of things. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're both musicians, and so it's really neat to see the way that they interact. And then I just kind of throw my 2 cents in there because I'm a little bit more how do you say it? I guess calm, not as crazy as they are. So it was fun.
I was trying to look for my sticker. I have a Puro Tejano sticker from back in the 90s. and
Really?
I
Oh,
couldn't.
wow.
Well, I have my own stickers. Did I give you a sticker back at the media gala?
No, you didn't.
Oh,
No,
okay, because
You must have run out or something.
I found the Selena Forever, and I found my old one back in the 90s. And I was trying to reach. I said, you said I was trying to look for it, and I couldn't find it. But I was going to show you my Puro Tejano sticker. Oh, well, I don't know. Okay.
Sorry, Margarita.
Did TDK say anything nice? Still thinking about something nice to say about
Who are the artists out of Dallas? I know back then, oh my God, there was a lot of artists from Dallas, and we would go there all the time, especially during the awards. I remember, let me see, who do I remember?
Ray Reyna was
just-
one. Stampede.
Yeah, but Ray Reyna wasn't that big.
Stampede. I remember Stampede.
Stampede.
I remember, what was her name? Oh my God, I totally forgot her name. She used to perform in these amazing quinceañera outfits or
Oh, like
dresses.
Selena? I know who you're
What's
talking
her
about.
name?
Gutierrez is her last name.
Nettie,
Elizabeth Gutierrez.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Gutierrez. Yes, I remember her.
she turned
her.
gospel too.
Oh, she did?
Really?
Yeah.
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 She was such a beautiful, artist back then.
Yeah.
And then of course we kind of lost touch. But everybody kind of does their own thing, and evolves into something else. But I was trying to remember what other artists, because there was a lot of different.
Well,
We would do autograph parties over there. I don't
there
remember.
was
I
a
guess it
big
was Desperados. Yeah, there was a
yeah
lot of different
DFW.
events.
Oh no, wait. I think in Fort Worth, the TMA did a fanfare over here, and I covered it.
Were you part of that at Billy Bob's? Billy
Yes.
Bob's. Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do that
Yes.
one. There was one at a mall back in the '90s. I had
At the
radio
mall.
DJs. Kick FM was there back in the day,
Mhm.
and but
See, that's the thing. Like back then, Kick FM was around,
yeah.
Kakukuka was around, KXTN, back everything. Tejano was just really
Oh yeah,
like
'90s was awesome for
huge.
Tejano music.
Nowadays was awesome. So I'm very blessed to have been a
Tejano
part
Time
of
was
that.
back in the '90s too.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
So that was neat.
yeah. Nemo, he could name drop. He went to the wedding of Bobby Pulido. He was invited
In the Valley.
Nice.
in the valley.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, have you run into any artists that they wanted you to help them buy a house or sell a house?
Actually, yes, I'm working with a few right now, and so it's nice because it's important to work with somebody that you can relate to, or that's somebody that you can trust. And so,
Oh yeah,
having that kind of lifestyle, you almost have to understand the way their finances work, and 1099s, or W-2s or whatever. So, and
oh
we
yeah.
have a really great team with our lenders, and so we make sure that we help our friends.
Yeah. And you can keep a
Cool.
secret because they don't want anybody to know where they live, like that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and gated communities always come in handy.
Yeah. Let me see. Okay, well, we're almost at the end of the show, so let's.
Bumper says hi.
Oh, is Bumper on
Bumper's
here?
favorite song. Yes. So
Okay.
I was able to connect with him because
Oh, there's Bumper.
he had mentioned when I was performing in Florida that he had met his wife, and that her favorite song was Mientras Me Vaya. So of course
How
you
does it
can hear
go?
it on Mientras me vaya, mírame por última vez. Graba muy bien este instante, porque no deseo volver. And I dedicate that song to people that are getting divorced.
Ah,
I was gonna say, that sounds for you, Bumper, but now that you said for divorce, I said we don't want to jinx your marriage, Bumper.
Uh, no, but that was her favorite song. And a
Okay.
lot of times we would sing those songs, like I said, without even knowing what we were singing. It was just the melody is nice, and so that's why I would sing it. But so I recently went through a divorce about 5 years ago, and I was like, mientras me vaya, it was a good thing. We were talking about divorces and how I help people buy and sell houses during a divorce and all that. And so, sometimes divorces are good. Sometimes they're healthy. Sometimes they're much needed. And so, and sometimes, of course, they're sad. But
Yeah.
so that's just kind of like,
Okay.
kind of how it is.
Our friend Lawrence, DJ Endio, said, "QO, my brothers. Hey there, Margarita. I'm a fan, and you were my crush."
were? What do you mean were?
Uh,
What's up with that were?
Okay. You know what? Lawrence was upset with me, and
You
and
know
I
who
said, "Why are
Lawrence
you
is?
upset?" Yeah, she did his show during the media gala. He
Oh,
was
okay.
in the corner. He had the big setup and stuff like that, and he was upset with me. And I said, "Why are you upset?" He said, "Because you stole Margarita from me. I wanted to have her on my show." I said, "Well, you just interviewed her." I said, "No, I want her on my other show," like that, so he can be more in depth interview. And Lawrence, I'm sure Margarita would be more than happy to be on your show. All you gotta do is
of
ask her
course.
like that.
It kind of felt like speed dating. You get to one radio, you're like, hey,
Oh
how's it
yeah.
going? Blah, 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 blah. Okay,
Next,
next.
next, and then pictures and stuff like that.
Did everybody
See,
ask you the same
Yeah.
question?
Um, I mean, I guess, yeah, kind of pretty much what have you been up to? And so it was just kind of one of those, kind of the, just catching everybody up on what Margarita has been up to and stuff like that. So it was neat. But yeah, there were some different questions. And obviously, people that had known me before, we were talking about other things that happened back in the 90s and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
That's nice
yeah,
reminiscing.
so it was
Are
neat.
are
Yeah.
you gigging a lot anywhere in particular?
Are you doing private
No,
events?
not at the moment. We're putting together a band in San Antonio because it's kind of difficult because we were based out of the valley, and so but okay, so we were performing last year. I did the 4th of July event in Westlaco for my town in Westlaco, my city, and we also did the Onion Fest, which is happening this weekend, but this was last
Oh,
year, and
okay.
so that was pretty nice. I like to stay involved with it in my community because it's good to.
Get back.
Good to
Oh,
give
yeah.
back to the community. Of course, I have to
And it
pay
helps
my
with your real
musicians.
estate too.
Right, yes.
Networking.
And so
Yeah.
my musicians were coming out of Liberty, Texas. The conga player, my conga player, Victoria has been with me since like the early 2000s. And so my guitar player was also with me since the early 2000s. Of course, my bass player is my husband. My nephew is my drummer, as well as I also have another drummer out of, he is from Bastrop, up north. So a lot of the musicians were coming from that area. So then when I moved here to San Antonio, we're putting together, those who can have the time, make the time
Yeah.
to practice and make the gig and stuff like that. So it's just one of those things you kind of have to just get comfortable with where you're at.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Hey, now you said are do you have seasons on your show? I mean, do you do like 10 episodes? Because I think Tejano 360, Alec, he does the late night with Alec Gomez, and he does like 10 shows and then he's off. Like that. Have you been doing it every week for like?
Yes, we try to record every week. We try to record. We record like during the week, and then we upload it, and it comes out on Sunday. So it's pre-recorded. Sometimes when I'm busy or when we can't or something happens, we just air a rerun, which those are pretty good. Or like I said, people also can. I believe not all of them are on YouTube, but people can also go
Okay.
on there as well.
Yeah, well, I encourage everybody to go to YouTube. You have two of them, Margie Fender and the Margarita Fender Show
The
on
Margarita
YouTube.
Fender Show.
All right.
Yes.
And everybody, if they can get, whoops, let me put the banner back up there. They can contact you at your website, check out your new music there. Is there anything, did we ask, do you have like
Do you want to
TikTok?
plug?
Yeah. Do you want to plug any social media or TikTok or that?
I don't
Or
even know
what's
if
the best way
so
to
I
get
do
on?
have TikTok. I do have TikTok because mainly it's with the real estate because that's what
Okay,
pays the
yeah.
bills. So I don't have any, cool stuff as far as like the music yet on TikTok. But I do have Facebook for the Margarita Fender Show, which is where I also upload the episodes that I have for my
Are you
artists.
are you are you
So
tagging us on your Facebook page?
no, but I should. I need to.
Maybe after the show you'll tag us.
Yes, I'll do that.
All right. Well, it was great having you, and we'd
Yes.
love to
Thank you.
when you do. What'd you say, Nima?
I said yes. Thank you.
Oh, okay. You're welcome, Nima. Well, we'd love to have you when you have more new music coming out and a new music video. And unfortunately, we don't have time to show some of your other music videos, but next time we will. All right.
Awesome.
And
Well, you can
We'll be
also
better.
check them out on YouTube.
yes, they're all,
The most recent one is called Piquito de Oro, which we recorded in Cabo San Lucas. So that was fun.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
that sounds like fun.
All right.
Wow,
And
that was
so,
cool.
and that's on which
YouTube.
On you
YouTube show? Which YouTube
you can
channel?
just look it up
Margarita
under Margarita Fender,
Okay. All right. That
Piquito
works.
de Oro.
Okay. Help us close it out. I'm your host, Oraldo, for It's Tejano Time.
I'm Nemo with Tejano USA.
And then,
And I'm Margarita Fender, and you just watched our show,
all right.
Tejano Time.
And you've been listening and watching Tejano Talk. All right.
Tejano Time.
All right. It's always Tejano Time here. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. And broad.